Should the college football playoff expand beyond for teams? Imagine a postseason where more teams have a shot at the national championship. That's the big question many are asking now. Should the playoff grow larger than for teams? Let's look at the facts to find out. The current college football playoff started in 2014 with just for teams. A selection committee chooses these teams based on several factors. They look at win-loss records, strength of schedule, conference championships, and head-to-head results. This system replaced the old bowl championship series, which only matched the top 2 teams. The 14 playoff was meant to be fairer, but many felt it still left out deserving teams, especially from smaller conferences. In recent years, the playoff expanded to 12 teams starting in the 2020 season. This new format gives automatic bids to the 6 highest-ranked conference champions. The remaining 6 spots are at-large bids picked by the selection committee. The first round is played on campus, with the quarterfinals and semifinals at bowl sites, and the championship game at a neutral location. This change was made to include more teams and give more programs a chance to compete for the title. Some people believe expanding the playoff further makes sense. They argue that more teams deserve a shot at the national title. Proposals for 16, 24, or even 28 teams have been discussed. These models often include automatic bids for each major conference and more at-large spots. For example, one idea gives 7 automatic bids to the Big Ten and Southeastern Conference, 5 to the Atlantic Coast Conference and Big 12, and 2 to other conferences. This would mean more games on campus, more revenue, and more excitement for fans. Supporters say larger fields reward teams that have had strong seasons, even if they lose one game. They believe it reduces controversy over who gets in and makes the postseason more inclusive. It also aligns with college football's tradition of rewarding achievement across many programs. More teams in the playoff could mean more exposure and revenue for the sport. But opponents warn that expanding too much could weaken the importance of the regular season. If more teams get in, winning your conference might not seem as valuable. They also worry about the physical toll on players, who would have to play more games. Some believe automatic bids for certain conferences could lead to imbalance, with weaker teams getting in just because they won their conference. Maintaining high-quality matchups and the prestige of making the playoff is also a concern. Right now, the college football playoff leaders are not rushing to expand beyond 12 teams. The current 12-team format is working well, and many decision-makers see no urgent need to go further. They are focused on refining this system before considering more changes. If the playoff expands again, the selection process would need to change. Automatic bids would likely be tied to conference championships, while at-large spots would go to the next best teams regardless of conference. The committee would still seed the teams, but the balance between automatic and at-large bids would be key. Hosting early rounds on campus could boost local economies and fan excitement. More games could also mean more revenue from television rights, but that might come with increased pressure on players. In the end, the question of expanding the college football playoff is about fairness, excitement, and tradition. The move to 12 teams shows the sport is open to change. Whether it goes further depends on how well the current system works and what fans, coaches, and administrators want. For now, the 12-team playoff is the standard, but the conversation about more expansion continues to grow.